Right, just before we start the Plan Commission meeting, I want to take the opportunity to introduce to the commission and to the public on YouTube, Austin Deeb. Austin, if you want to raise your hand so everybody on YouTube can see who you are. Austin is our new community development director. So we had the opportunity to add on additional staff to our community development, zoning, and planning, building, construction department to help us with the upcoming workload, with some of the growth that we're seeing, and just to help us keep things rolling with developers and with the public and construction with everything going on. So Austin comes to us from Outagamie County. Very smart individual. He's hitting the ground running and has a wealth of knowledge in planning, zoning, shoreland zoning, regular zoning, site plan review. So welcome to the team, and you're doing a great job so far. So
thank you. Happy to be here.
With that said, go ahead, Bernie.
Okay, being 5:16, I'd like to call February 26th Planning Commission meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
to the republic for which it stands, one nation
under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion's been made by Susie, seconded by Donna. Is there any additionals or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's carried. Looking for a motion to approve January 22nd, 2026 Planning Commission meeting minutes as read in your packet.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Motion was made by Jay, seconded by Susie. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's carried. Any public comment? Any public comment? Seeing none, moving along. CSM for 1601 Warner Allen Road and 1100 West Cameron Street.
Thank you. Proposed CSM is essentially moving a property line 30 feet to the north. We're bringing it up there on the screen to take a look at it. This is a simple lot line adjustment. Per the city subdivision ordinance, a CSM is required to do this lot line adjustment, which is why it's here today for review. Based on staff's review of the proposed CSM, we found no issues other than a couple technical things within the surveyor data and the signature lines. They do have to put my name on there now, which is the change. So, but other than that, based on staff's review, we found no issues and are recommending approval of the proposed CSM with no conditions. Happy to answer any questions.
Is there any utility easements within the old lot line?
If there would have been, they would have shown them on the,
Not shown.
no, they would have been shown if they existed, and none were found during staff's review.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion for the approval of the CFM for 1601 Warner Allen Road and 1100 West Cameron Street.
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second it.
Motion's been made by Mark, seconded by Susie. Any more discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's carried. Okay, moving on. Conceptual review by Bandelier Breezewood Builder LLC Town Homes.
Thank you. So this proposal is for a housing development on the corner of County Highway D, Orville Drive, and North Point Drive in the city of New London. As shown on the screen above, the developer is proposing what is known as attached, single-family attached style homes, or townhomes as commonly referred to. This particular proposal is 19 units with this development with 4 rows associated with it. Access to the property will be off of County Road D with a private driveway leading into the parking area for the development. The development will be served by an on-site stormwater treatment facility located on the southeast corner. That stormwater facility will be reviewed by city staff and engineering to make sure it complies and will be able to serve the developments associated with the proposal. Currently, the property is zoned a mixed residential low density. Based on the proposal of this development and the density that is being proposed, it does require a rezone to a residential district that accommodates that type of density. Based on the city's comprehensive plan, it's currently listed as single-family duplex residential, which doesn't support a type of development at this density. As such, a comprehensive plan amendment is also required in order to support this development. So based on my review of the development and the proposed density with this proposal, my recommendation is to go to a higher density development known as mixed residential high density as listed in the City of New London's new zoning code. Which again, we'll start with a comprehensive plan amendment followed by a rezone, which will go to review to you guys and then eventually to council for final approval. This type of housing is what we refer to in the planning world as missing middle housing. So in different types of housing, you may have your single family detached homes. You may go to the higher end, high rise, upscale apartments, upscale single family homes. This is kind of that missing middle where these are intended to be affordable for people to come in and be able to purchase these homes. And the nice thing about this proposal is that each of these units are intended to be individually owned through a condominium or HOA type development. So when owners come in for this type of developments, they're able to purchase something that may be less expensive than other things on the market and also be able to build equity at the same time. So it's what we refer to as missing middle housing, which is a need as identified in the city's comprehensive plan. So this is a development that I feel like is a good fit based on my opinion, and open to discussion and happy to answer any questions about it.
Is there a reason they didn't put the exit on Orwell Drive and that the road is at the back of the property? It seems like the housing is pushed to the road rather than utilize the yard space for viewing of the property. It looks like they pushed it over. You know what I mean? With driveway access to the back of the lot.
Yeah, I mean, based on what the proposal is, obviously there's room to change it a little bit. I think the intention with this is to have green space in between each of the units. So by placing that row in the back, you allow for additional green space, which is good for stormwater infiltration in addition to the pond, and also just adds an additional aesthetic to the development. So I don't think Ben, the developer, provided any reason why he put it in the back there, but that's what was proposed at this time. If you guys have feedback or would like to see something different, we can provide that to the developer for his review, and we can go from there.
Jay, it also might have had maybe a thought, because there's the drive separates with that middle island in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you brought this to here, it'd be kind of a one way to get in and get out. So whether that was part of the thought process.
Right.
to go
Okay.
to-
As part of the developer's agreement, when I developed that out there, that was part of the developer's agreement that there's no access allowed other than the streets off from Orville Drive.
Okay.
Just because the park got busy, they didn't want that interference with that
Yep.
traffic.
Makes sense. Thank you.
There's your answer.
Do these have basements in them?
As currently proposed, I do not believe so.
You may not know this answer, Chad. You might be able to answer it better than Austin being so new, but do we have any concerns with parking? I know SAS Swiderski they didn't meet the parking requirement. Is this gonna be similar to that with the available spaces that I see for each unit?
Yep, so the new zoning ordinance lays out the parking requirements for each of these units on there. I believe each of these units, with it being attached, only needs to have one stall in the front. And with their proposal there, I think they're actually proposing some additional ones. And then if you consider off-street parking on the backside there too, they'll be able to meet that requirement. And they're actually proposing 2 for the majority of them,
That'd be 2 plus the.
plus the garage, so 3. And as mentioned too, you guys will see this proposal if it moves forward again, through a rezone and comprehensive plan amendments, because that needs to happen to unlock the use as proposed here. So this will come up again.
Again, just a cursory conceptual review. So if you guys got major issues with it, now is an easy time before any money is spent
Correct.
to make changes, suggestions. So not looking for any action tonight, just feedback.
I think it'll look nice out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, and again, too, I talked about, the missing middle housing part of it. This has been identified as a type of housing that we need in the city. So this type of development would help address that.
If there isn't a basement, is there a reason for that, or just cost, or why not having basements?
It could be a variety of things, right? So if the intention is for these to be affordable, cost does factor into that by not needing to excavate. With that too, that fill needs to go somewhere when they dig out those basements, so that's another factor that goes into that. But as it's currently proposed, I do not believe that there's basements, yeah.
I think they're very nice looking.
Yep, and obviously the colors of the siding and whatnot may change. And then we'll get another crack at it through site plan review as well at the end.
Any idea of the voltage request in 122 possibility or?
I don't believe that was discussed in my meeting with them, but obviously that'll be information we'll have to provide.
How many square feet did you say each one is?
Chad, if you scroll up to, I want to say they were 38 by,
Oh, the size.
yeah. 38 by, what's that say?
It's either 18 or 19.
19, 38 by 19, so.
The picture isn't. It's kind of pixelated, but.
Yeah.
38, 19.
I can get that information for you if you like. I can send it to you via email, the exact measurements, because I have a better blown up version of the proposal on my computer. So.
I think we had to reduce the size a little bit to email it to everyone.
Yeah. Looks like about 500 somewhere in there ish of living space, not including the garage. So somewhere just based on what I'm seeing there.
Say what everybody's asking for.
Other questions, discussion? As Chad mentioned, this is the time if we have feedback for the developer.
Sounds like a thumbs up to continue at this point.
Okay, seeing nothing else on the agenda, review upcoming agenda items. Do you have any?
I have one upcoming at some point, with the adoption of our new zoning code. We do have to amend part of our comprehensive plan to put in what intended zoning districts they're going to be for our comprehensive plan. So in our comprehensive plan, we have listed areas designated, whether it's low density residential, high density residential. There's new language associated with that. So in the comprehensive plan. So our new zoning code has to relate back to that. So there will be a comprehensive plan amendment coming up, just changing some of the language in there. I don't have an exact date where that will come across, but that will be coming at some point.
Okay. Review next meeting date, tentatively March 26th, 2026. Any more questions? Okay, looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Also move.
Second.
Motion was made by Donna, seconded by Susie.